Hello again and welcome to Saturday's Birmingham News Weekend Magazine. It's our relaxed look around Birmingham and the West Midlands. So then, coming up on today's show, we're going to kick off with a look back at this week in the wide world of sport. I'll be seeing what's up on the community notice board. Steve and Jason will join us with some more interesting guests, and Carl will have the film news. We'll be taking a look at a very special part of our area, Bar Beacon, a bit later on. And then Des will be here to take a look at what's on this week. We'll be experiencing a touch of the arts later on in the programme, and of course Norma Barton will then tell us what's so special about this month. So it's all within the pages of this week's Weekend Magazine. Welcome back to the show. Still to come later on, we'll be seeing what's on in the West Midlands, plus we'll be taking a very special look at a very special part of our area. Now, over the past 30 years, thousands of different musicians and dancers have performed at Robannas studios in Birmingham, but the owner, Rob Hoffman, finds something fresh to enjoy every day. Steve Green spoke to him about the studio's humble beginnings and its growth into one of the country's biggest rehearsal facilities.
It's 30 years since you launched this place. I think when you started, you only had one room.
Wow, yes, it seems like a long time ago. But the great thing is it's still exciting now, as it was then. And there was one room, yeah.
And now there's, 3 blocks and 70 rooms. And you're still expanding as well.
Absolutely. We've now hit the 72 studio mark. We deal with bands, we deal with record companies, we deal with agents, pole dancing, street dancing, theatre groups. It's a fabulous place and it's where dreams come true. And yes, we're still expanding, yes.
Which is amazing. I mean, of course, Midlands music is itself expanding at the moment, so there's lots of new bands coming out all the while.
There's always new bands. To that degree, that hasn't changed. And when a band splits up a few weeks later from the ashes, there's 2 bands. And invariably, only one of those may survive. But the bands survive, and there's a constant flow of brand new bands, always. They're changing all the time. They split up, they dissolve, they call it a day. A few weeks later, they're back again in a different guise.
Amazingly, of course, some of the bands that have come out on and off over the years, people like Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath, they've kept going until quite recently anyway.
Yeah, they certainly have. And to a lot of people, music's in their blood. They're very passionate about it. They love playing. And if they love playing and they can somehow make a living out of it as well, it's a great way of doing it. So yeah, bands keep coming back. Yeah.
You were telling me that you often get youngsters booking a couple of hours here, get dropped off by their mums and dads and left here for a while. You have to get out of the house, take that damn musical kit out of the house for a while and go and play in a proper studio.
Great. Well, yeah, they come here and they can make as much noise as they want. And the mums and dads love it. They do drop them off and it's like, look after them for us, we'll see you in 3 hours. And the mums and dads go shopping in town and the kids are here playing everything as loud as they want and not interfering with anybody, not upsetting anybody and having a great time.
There is a very much of a family feel here. I've been walking up and down the corridors looking in and everyone here it's like one big community, like a large village.
It is, because there's so many bands that use the place. We average between 120 and 150 bands a week. Rock bands, pop bands, soul bands, indie bands, banger bands, reggae bands, all sorts of music. And that's everything from 14, 15-year-olds right up to people in the 60s and 70s that have been playing for 40, 50 years. So there's a complete cross-section of bands here, and a lot of them know each other, yeah. It's the biggest rehearsal studio in the country, of which we're very proud of that, even though the Guinness Book of Records won't recognise it. And yeah, it's fabulous. And the bands, we're lucky that the band's still coming back to us, and we look after them, we nurture them, we encourage them, we support them. If they need equipment for gigs, we help them. If they need to get gigs, we help them to get gigs. And the bands do keep coming back. So yeah, as long as there's bands in Birmingham, we'll carry on providing the service. Yeah.
So you're still finding bands turn up here with music that's fresh and exciting to you now, even after hearing 30 years of all these bands turning up?
I think that's the exciting thing about working in this kind of environment. You never know who's going to come through the door. Some bands, they've just rehearsed 2 or 3 hours a week, once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. Some of the other bands, the professional bands, they'll see it as a job. So they'll come in on a 9-to-5 basis, 40 hours a week, and to them it is a job. They do make a living out of it. And although most of my customers are young bands starting out doing the odd gig, we do find that there's the professional bands that see it as a living and they get paid for it and they tour around the world. And to them it is a full-time business, running the band as a business.
But obviously still the love of music behind it.
Well, you've got to have a love of music, and anybody who works a long time doing what they do, they've got to have a passion for it. Like I've got a passion for what I still do, and it's as exciting now as it is 30 years ago. And the bands as well. The bands come in when they write a great song, and to them it's a buzz, it's exciting. They get off on that. They come out of the rehearsal studio buzzing. They've gone in at one level. They come out 2 hours later at another level, buzzing, flying, bouncing, full of the adrenaline of pumping the guitar and the Marshalls and the Mesa Boogies at 2 hours at full throttle. And that's a real buzz. It's adrenaline pumping, and you know, we nurture that, we enjoy that.
Do you play yourself out of interest?
No, I don't play. But
so all these instruments, all this equipment, and you don't even play the
That's right, I don't play, but I love being in the business, and it's exciting for me, it's a buzz for me, and it's adrenaline pumping for me, seeing the bands coming through, and obviously seeing how the business has developed from one rehearsal studio right through to what we've got here, which is a huge cross-section of rehearsal, music, video, dance, pole dancing studios, and it's great for me to see that, and all the bands that have come through over the years as well.
Well, it's been a great pleasure to look around the place today, Rob, and thanks very much for making us so welcome.
It's been a pleasure having you. Hope you come back again soon.
Certainly will.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve. So then, it's time to close the pages of the Birmingham News Weekend magazine for Saturday. I'll be back tomorrow night at 6 with more from the Weekend magazine, and then I'll see you bright and early on Monday morning at 7 for the Birmingham News Review. Plus, of course, you can keep up to date with more news for Birmingham and the West Midlands every weekday at 6 and 8 in the evening. So that's it for now. Stay tuned, the weather's up next, and then after the break we'll be seeing what George and Taffy have been up to this week on The Lowdown. Thank you for watching. From me, for now, it's Robert.